Hello everybody, it is Father's Day weekend. Every Father's Day weekend I take a bike out for a ride. This might be a little different as I've got to get all of these bikes riding. 72 CB350, 68 Triumph TR60, 72 Yamaha XS2, 71 Yamaha XS1, 1970 Yamaha XS1, sorry, 71 XS1B, getting its battery topped off, as that one is waiting for as well. This one I think is all set to go. This one should start, I hope, on what's got in the battery. This one I have to check what's in the battery. But yeah, see if I can take all 5 of these out today. Yamaha XS2. I think, let's see, I put 41 miles on it since rebuilding this engine. So not many. Probably still needs a little bit of a tune pretty soon, just to, you know, make sure everything's okay, carburetor wise and timing wise, cam change stretching wise. But it runs good. Got to get over that initial cold running. Like the 70, it doesn't like to run cold. The 71 doesn't mind running cold. It's kind of weird. But yeah, so far good ride on this. I'm gonna have to take it to work one of these days. I think I keep saying every time I take this out that it probably needs a clutch adjustment. Then I keep forgetting to do it. This is like the patina bike of the group. The colors don't exactly match. Couple dents and scratches in the tank. I mean, it is what it is. That kind of stuff can always get fixed later. The main thing is that it runs good. No stumble, no hesitation, no stalling. lots of get up and go. This one for now. Father's Day ride without the XS1, which has been my Father's Day go-to bike for several years. This one I gotta keep the chokes on for a little bit. Got the same exhaust as the other two bikes, but this one's the loudest for some reason. All right, chokes are off. Pop a little. Drum brakes work, huh? For the longest time, I didn't have a front brake. The front drum brake didn't work. So I had to be pretty careful when I took it out. This bike started as easy as it did today. First kick. This bike can be hit or miss when you go to kickstart it. I remember when I first got this bike running, what a big deal it was to be able to take it this far away from home. This is a good bike. It's going to be sad that day I can no longer kickstart a bike. And I got to get rid of it. Never know when that's going to be either. I mean, I am in my 60s now. Does run good. I said that about the last bike, but I think this one runs better. But it took a while. It didn't just run good right out of the gate after rebuilding it. It took a while to get it right. I got to adjust these levers down a little bit. Now that I'm used to riding some of the other bikes, these definitely seem a little high. And it's only loosening a couple of bolts, that's all it takes. Okay, that was bike number 2. Triumph. This one's a little bit of a fuel. Let's see. Choke. Give it. Let's put this up on its center stand. Let's give it a kick or two. All right. What else do we have to do? Turn the key on. Let's give it a shot. This is 1968 Triumph 650, single carb, TR6R. When the conditions are right and I get that W1 running, we will have a face-off between the Triumph 650, the Yamaha 650, and that Kawasaki 650. But this bike runs good. I'm going to say it runs better than the XS2. Tickler on this thing. don't fail me now. Choke, choke, choke down here. Key on. Man, this bike always starts. Oh, sometimes the clutches stick though. We're gonna find out in a second if they are. Not they were, they loosened up. Brake squeak. There it is. Let this one warm up a little. This bike puffs a little oil, but this bike runs good. This bike always has run good. This is the first bike I ever attempted to resuscitate. Yeah, it pops a little lean pop when it let off the exhaust. Like what, 4, right? I think the most motorcycles I've ever taken out in a day that were mine were 6. I might take the Triumph and the Harleys out, smash the record with 8. You know, thinking back when I took that Triumph for a ride, I don't know if I ever got that 4th gear. You know, sometimes you gotta take a day off from like working on that Kawasaki. What's been going on is I've been working on that so much that I haven't actually been enjoying going out and riding on a bike. Well, today's that day. problem with having so many bikes is you spend a lot of time working on them and not as much time riding them. I've often thought about getting rid of a couple. I don't know which ones it would be. That's the problem. This is the only one of my old bikes that's not a 650. It is the CB350. And if you watch my earlier videos on this bike, you probably heard me say that the reason I got this bike was because the very first bike I ever owned, learned how to ride anything on, was a CB350, a 72. And that bike was a blast. So when it got later in life and, you know, I was thinking about all the bikes I had, the one that stuck in my head the most was the CB350. Handles well too. Really should ride this to work tomorrow. That was cool. Got an old Mustang wave to me. But it's still a blast, right? No choke on this bike. Number 5 vintage bike for today. I will admit, while the battery was charging on this one, I did take out the Triumph Bonneville. So that makes 6 bikes today. Want me to say it? This bike runs good. I didn't rebuild the engine in this one, so I have never had the engine apart other than the side covers. Replace the clutch and all that stuff in it. I just love this color on this bike. I know a lot of people like the 72 red and white. I like this, well, they called it orange. It's kind of a goldish orange, I guess. I gotta put a horn on this one. I borrowed it for the XS2. So now I could get through inspection. I did buy one, a replacement one for this though. I just forgot to put it on, so now that I remember, I'll have to slap it on when I get home.